And yeah, I just felt like I needed to take some time to do one of the diaries as well. These things are short, simple, sweet, and it gets content on the platform. So what I'm doing here is I'm trying to find these guys, and I'm trying to find the oldest one. And my method for doing that is to just press O and kill all the whales until I find the oldest scavenger. So this is the guy that I wanted to watch. I have been working heavily in their brain to get them stable on the plant diet, which they by and large are. The babies are still a problem. The babies don't get enough energy from the plants to grow and ultimately starve. But if they can get some meat early on in their diet, they're very likely to get bigger, and when they get this big, they're able to just eat a plant and survive off that. Oftentimes lay eggs off of the plant diet itself. The babies absolutely need the meat, whereas the adults, they can't really do anything without it except for survive. Which is great for keeping them in the game for a long period of time. I've taken these into a sterile environment without whales, and with some minor modifications, I get them to the point where they are able to self-reproduce within the environment. It takes quite a lot of getting to, though, and it's a long, boring process that I don't really want to play out. I do usually play here on 3x speed. In that particular instance, I was playing on 11x, and it was still taking too long. Suffice it to say, they lived a very long time. This one is actually soon to become a candidate for saving. I've been saving them at about 1500 seconds. And I'm going to just go ahead and do that. Oh, nope. It died too soon. It is no longer a candidate. So, here are the whales. They're always the oldest, and I'm just going to kill them until I get to a scavenger. I have no worry about these guys going extinct because there's 570 of them right now. 572? Whatever. They're everywhere. They're very happy to be here. All I'm doing is putting more meat into the environment to help these guys grow. Did I mention that there's a lot of them? These things have absolutely no difficulty whatsoever living well over 2,000, almost 3,000 seconds. And they make a lot of babies in that time. So let's talk about them for a little bit, since I can't seem to get rid of enough of them. They do fight. That's actually where a lot of the food that comes from for the scavengers to eat. It's usually from these guys butting into each other, or the scavengers themselves killing these things. These guys were, last time I checked, avid hunters. I will take a look and see if that programming is still there. I just have to find one. And there's 73 of them. 73 is relatively a very healthy population for these critters. I don't think with their current metabolism, though, that it's going to get much higher than that. I do occasionally see 100. And this again for the scavengers that I can't find because there's so many whales. Okay, here we go. 1,000 seconds old. Notice how fast he is. He is zooming. They're fairly accurate on the food. They're a lot faster than they used to be. It used to be that they would almost stop and just wiggle towards it very slowly. They got a lot of it. Very high accuracy. It's just took forever to do it. And I'm very glad that that is gone. But I wanted to see if these guys are still actually hunters. And in order to do that, I'm going to look at their Bibit angle node here. We have a green output of 1.31 to a green output of happy, of rotating. What is wrong with me and my brain sometimes? And here's the other part of it. When the energy is low on these guys, it sends a strong signal into this Gaussian, which feeds into this multiplicative, which ultimately, when all of these combine, it overrides this red line here which says move away from other Bibites, and gives the neural net a positive feed into turn towards the other Bibit, which is to say these guys are still absolutely predators. They only kill when they absolutely have to, or when they accidentally do. They're not that picky about it. Right, so time to get rid of some more whales. Don't mind the purple whales, they're just there. They are modified versions of the blue whales, and they can't compete. The blue whales are easily pushing them out of the environment, and I keep them in here just for a little bit of extra color inside the mix every once in a while. I spawn in 10 at a time, that's why there's 11 of them, because that makes sense. It always seems to spawn one extra, because I promise you they're not making babies. Wow. No. So it takes 1,278 energy to lay an egg, and this guy doesn't even have the ability to hold that much. So get did. It just takes too long for them to mature to that point. And their eggs cost 3 times as much as a blue whale, which contributes to the fact that there's no reproduction amongst their numbers. There are so many whales. There we go. 948 seconds in. What other changes have I made? I did make the hatch time lower, which reduces the size of eggs. Eggs here cost 198.8 energy, which is fairly cheap. They spawn in the smallest possible shape. That was nice of you to leave that for your buddy. I do want to talk about my frame rate. It's extremely low. It's 8. I know that. It's because I'm working on a gargantuan map. And I'm only using part of that gargantuan map, but it is a gargantuan map. I can't use the whole map because it's not... The energy isn't condensed enough for me to sustain the scavenger population. The whales do fine. The whales do not care. But the scavengers have problems. See how small it is compared to everything? This is a really big environment, and I probably need to turn up the decay rate on things just to get some of my frame rate back. I'm actually going to do that. In order to do that, I go here to energy, plants, and I'm going to decay the plants to 0.02. Doesn't seem like a lot, but it is. Plants will respawn, so I'm going to do 0.1 and see what happens. Hopefully this doesn't wipe out the population. Sometimes small things like that will absolutely neutralize your Bibites. Like I said, they're hunters. I was just looking at a screen at the time. They don't do a great job of cleaning up the meal, though. I frequently see them kill one and then just swim away. Which, if they laid an egg, would be beneficial, right? But they're not laying eggs. Well, this guy is. The point I'm trying to make is, typically, it's a different prog than the one that kills the whale that actually eats the whale. Fairly standard, in fact. But I think the reason the behavior still exists is because it does increase the amount of meat food in the environment, which these guys need. We're actually probably going to see this one try to hunt this mod whale. It's really low on health and it's getting slow, so I don't think it's going to succeed. But as you can see, it tried. And whales. There are so many whales. Have I mentioned during this video at any point that there are a lot of whales? I'm actually going to let this one pan out and see what happens. No, 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 no. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Oh. Okay, well that was dramatic. I think that's good enough. That's good enough. You guys don't get any more than... Oh, I just found another one. Now, okay, this one, and then I end the video. Look at it, 1,372 seconds. He's doing good. Has laid eggs. Is living his best life. Has a really big brain. I've already looked at some of it. I don't want to look at it again. Living their best life. Are you struggling really hard with that, sir? It would seem so. This is what I've been working so hard for. This number going up from plants. I'm so happy. I made a lot of sacrifices for that. His diet is 0.34. I wanted it to be 0.35. But no, I had to make compromises. What is your belly at? Why aren't you... Oh, it's because you see meat. I was like, why just eat the thing, right? Eat the guy. But no, it sees meat. And it's going to prioritize the meat every single time because meat is safe to eat. And these guys bite. Really, really hard, in fact. Last time I looked, I think it was like 23 out of 25 bite strength, which is huge. These guys are 20, which I set, and have not changed. Have not seen a reason to change. Maybe they'd win more fights if I had stronger bite force. I don't know. I should do that, actually. Make these guys super bite resistant. Not right now, but maybe next video. Please, please eat the thing. Now remember, it is an energy ratio trigger that causes them to hunt, and it did not seem to think that it was low enough. Predation is more of a desperate act. I'm fine with. I am completely fine with that. I want these things to live long, happy lives. In stark contrast to my previous design, 1722. So this one is in fact old enough. I'm going to copy this, Control C, and we're going to save it. Come on. Control V, and I think I've got, what, 3, 4. This is number 4 for 35K. Very likely to be the last one, since we are at 963 and the next one will be 36K. I have a plan. I don't always know what the plan is, but I know I have one. Well, fortunately, this is what I wanted to show. These guys actually thriving. Well, that's it, folks. Have a great day.